Well, we make so much hype about the Winston All-Star race, though, but let's be honest, that's just the appetizer out of all the races at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Because this is the main event at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We go through the All-Star race, which is a good race here, and now we go to the mecca of races at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Coca-Cola 600, stock number 12 on the cat. Wait a minute. Yeah, the Coca-Cola 600, stock number 13 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series. As we are set for a mega race. This is 80 laps we're doing here today at Charlotte. So let's get the starting line for this running event. On the pole, Phil Parker, number 5, in the Coca Scoring Brake Chevrolet at 186 miles an hour. He'll be alongside Cole Deaver, the winner at Texas in the GM Goodman Chevrolet. Row 2, Johnny Gardner in 25, and number 43, Joshua Collard. Gardner won his season at Talladega. Third row, Kyle Matthews in 24, the winner at Richmond, and 99, Joshua Osborne, who won at North Wilkesboro. Row 4, Dylan Poteet in 22, winner this season at Bristol, and 28, Cat Batson at the Texaco Haviland Ford. Going to row 5, Charles Sanford in 42, and number 88, Keith Batson. And going to row 6 has Jessica Shelton, number 94, in the McDonald's Ford, winner this season at Atlanta and Sonoma. And Seth Cole, the winner, who in the 10-10-3-4-5 Lucky Dog Pontiac car number 45. Seth yet to get a win. Next row down has Jay Jefferson in number 1 and number 12, Rob Evans, the Daytona 500 champion in the Mobil 1 Ford. Next row down has car number 18, Matt Haas in the Interstate Batteries Pontiac, winner this season at Rockingham, and two-time winner Chris Dollerton, winner this season at Darlington and again at California, the Power Team Chevrolet car number 60. Next row down, Dylan Young in the Miller Lite Ford number 2, and Kev Shearer, the All-Star Race winner in 36. He also won his season at Martinsville. Next row down has number 90, Quentin Moore, and number 77, Paul Minnick in the Dash Bridges Federal Mogul Ford. Next row down has number 75, has Jesse Turner in the Remington Arms Ford. And beside him will be car number 71, Alex Miller in the Team Realtree Chevrolet. Next row down, Zachary Fitzwater in 66, and number 4, William Brock. Next row down has Mike Becker in 44, and number 97, Zach Winkle. Then Sky Cummins in number 9, and number 55, Henry Sanford. Next row down, Shane Lake in number 30, and beside him will be number 40, Nathan Ormond. Next row down, Marcus Sachi in 21, and number 11, Emmanuel Hartnett. Next row down has number 31, Nathan Hudson, and number 20, Brandon Parker. Next row down after that would be Ryan Brommer in 26, and beside him would be number 16, Julius Anderson. Then it's James Henry in 33, and Mitchell Collins in number 10, who nearly pulled off the All-Star win. If the All-Star performance has anything to say about this here, Mitchell Collins may be a dark horse here today in the 600. Next row down is Jordan Lopez in the Valvoline Ford car number 6, and beside him Adam Flickinger number 23, and starting shotgun field will be Casey Nanico in number 7 in the Phillips Chevrolet. So why the 80-lap All-Star race, you ask? Why the 80-lap 600, you ask? Well, we make a statement that this is the longest race of the year, and we are going to prove this is the longest race of the year because the longest distance we have in the seasons is 75 laps on the short tracks of Bristol and Martinsville. Both Bristol races and both Martinsville races are 75 laps. And because this is a mile-and-a-half racetrack here, and of course the 600, as we said, is the longest race of the year, we decided to prolong it to 80 laps, 5 laps more than we would have for a normal half-mile short track race. However, here's another thing: if you watch our 600s over the past few seasons, when it was a 60-lap race, well, they have pit stops within the final 10 laps of the race. Okay, and we usually have a caution, and it screws everything up within the final 10 laps, obviously. So hopefully, prolonging it to 80 laps, you'll get the caution out of the way, and we might get back to normal here as to what would happen. So, all that said, here comes the command to fire the engines for this, the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
And the thunder rolls at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's in the words of a Garth Brooks song for sure. And the field of 41 lines up off of pit road. Apparently one of the cars didn't quite get going, I don't think. But anyway, but I think they all did. See, I know it's sitting on pit road. But anyway. In-car cameras today will be carried by... In-car cameras today will be carried by Keith Batson, Joshua Osborne, and Dylan Young. Those three will be carrying in-car cameras. And where's Dylan Poteet at? Yeah, Poteet's already on the apron. It looks like his day may be over with already. So problems could be. So it looks like problems for Poteet's car already, even before the green flag even falls, which is about ready to right now. The pace car is on the pit road. Poteet follows suit behind him, and the green flag is out. And boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys and girls. And we said thunder in the distance in North Carolina, and we saw that speed shot going by. Exactly what I talk about. That's what those cars look like going by us at almost 190 miles per hour around the racetrack. In the case of Kyle Matthews, the leader of the race now, here that last lap speed 188.521 miles per hour. And Dylan Poteet's back on the racetrack right now after an unscheduled pit stop. Charles Sanders on the low side. He's got Jessica Shelton shoving him in the number 94 car as they go into turn number 1. And Poteet's only ally can be a caution flag if he stays ahead of this bunch, which doesn't look like it's going to happen right now because they are coming in a hurry on Poteet right now. Shelton to the low side looks for the lead on Sanders as they go through turns 3 and 4, and they are catching Poteet up at the back end of the car. And now Shelton looks low on the track, and she takes the lead out all the while. Matt Haas, second position. Going for third is Dylan Young in car number 2. Dylan Young is initially one of our 3 cars carrying in-car cameras today as we ride on board Dylan Young's car. Matt Haas to the lead. Here comes Young to the low side of the Interstate Barriers Pontiac. And there's a look from inside Keith Batson's view. Running right behind our third in-car camera, Joshua Osborne at number 99. And there's the view from Osborne's car just up ahead. Running right behind Shane Lake, and he like Batson also caught on the outside. Chris Dalton looking to the low side now on Osborne for position. Paul Minnick just up ahead, number 77, as he runs ahead of Dalton in car number 60 as they come across the start-finish line to complete the 6th lap of this race. We have 74 to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So a lot of racing here today, and this race, if everything goes according to plan, this race should take about an hour, I think. Because the All-Stars, if you remember, it took almost an hour, believe it or not, with it being a grand total of 80 laps overall. Zachary Fitzwater to the lead, Mike Becker to the low side now for the number 1 spot as they go into turn number 1. And Becker takes the lead. Sky Commons looking for second position now, number 9, in the Cartoon Network Ford. Seth Cole right behind, as is Cat Batson and Joshua Collard. Let's take a look at what the spectator view sees. Just an amazing view around Charlotte Motor Speedway. That is for sure. That's what, and that's what you get. And that's what you get a look. That's what it looks like from the fans' point of view. Sitting on the front stretch, just right at the flag stand at Charlotte Motor Speedway for sure. As we watch Joshua Collard look for the lead now on Cat Batson. Who's going to lead this lap? I think it's going to be Collard. I think yes, it will. It will be Joshua Collard getting his 5 bonus points for leading a lap. Some of you say 5 bonus points for leading a lap. That's not a whole lot. Well, it ain't. It don't sound like a whole lot, but over the course of the season, it can add up to running a shot for the championship or whatever position you're trying to grab or what. But anyway, and we gotta make a big call right here to the number 21 car, Marcus Sachi, up to second place right now in the number 21 Sitgo Ford, as he is up to second place right now. Sachi has never been really up there as far as a lot of the races have been concerned this season. But here he is, battling for second place right now with Nathan Hudson. William Brock right behind in fourth position in the car number 4, the Kodak Film Chevy. As he takes Cat Batson, and he'll take Nathan Hudson up for third place, excuse me. And number 71 card, that is Alex Miller in the 71 machine. So some surprises up there. Paul Minnick is in there. Chris Thornton, number 60, he's up there as well. And right there behind him, that number 94, Jessica Shelton. And you know she's got the same setup she used at Texas and Atlanta as well, under the hood of that number 94 McDonald's Ford. Averaging so far almost 187 miles per hour at this point in the race here. Let's see how fast they average after 15 laps here right now. As Alex Miller comes off turn number 4, the leader of the race here. Let's see what the average speed is after 15 laps. As they now have 65 to go in this race, and they're averaging 187.607 miles per hour after 15 laps. Here, the last lap for the leader, 189.268. We've already had laps well over 190. Well, I say well over 190. 191.7 in the case of Phil Parker, the fastest lap of the race so far. So it proves you don't need a tapered spacer, you don't need a splitter, you don't need anything along that line of foolishness. You don't need side force neither, as Levi McIntyre always says, to have good racing at Charlotte Motor Speedway. To the low side goes Joshua Osborne, car number 99. He has our rear bumper cam in this race, as well as Jay Jefferson. To the low side, does he get the lead in this lap? No, he does not. Osborne does. Kyle Matthews to the low side. Fitzwater, you're looking right at the front bumper of Chris Dollarton's car. And you can read some of the conditions on there. Simpson, Plastico, Edelbrock, SK, Edelbrock, 76, Wicks. Yeah. Dylan Young to the low side now as they come off turn number 4. And Kyle Matthews gets his 5 points for leading a lap now. And here comes Fitzwater to second place. Quentin Moore to third now, number 90. We haven't talked much about Quentin Moore this season. Quentin Moore, as you well know, a huge Morgan Shepherd fan. And probably one of the very few in this community. I think he and Johnny Gardner are about the only 2 Morgan Shepherd fans in the entire NR community. Of course, I liked him as well. Yours truly did, of course, back in the day. But still. And now Moore takes second position as Kyle Matthews continues to lead this race here. We're almost 20 laps into this event already. And here comes Dylan Young to the low side for number 2. On board, Dylan Young's car as he tries to look inside of Kyle Matthews, who continues to lead. 20 in the books and 60 to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Check and see where our in-car cameras are right now. Dylan Young leads the race right now for the moment. And he's not anymore right now as he's about to get the move put on him. I will see who leads the lap. There's Keith Batson's view. Underneath Joshua Carr, now about to go underneath Jessica Shelton in 94. And it was Kat Batson, Keith's wife, who led that lap. And now from Joshua Osborne's cam, the XI Bears SKF Ford. Osborne trying to do the same thing with that car that Jeff Burton did in the 600 back in 1999. That was win the race. But the competition is stiff as it is right now. That may be tough for Joshua to try to pull it up, but you know darn well he's going to give it a try, as are 40 other cars in this field today. As we are now 23 in the book, or about to hit 23 in the books this time by. Here at Charlotte, Chris Dalton back to the lead right now, number 60, as he got the lead back the last time by. And here comes Kat Matson to the low side. They're back at it again for the lead. The 60 and 28 cars. Ford versus Chevrolet. And one car we say maybe a dark horse in the 600 today because the way he ran in the Winston All-Star race. Well, there's that guy, Mitchell Collins. He's about ready to fall a lap down. So whatever magic that 10 car had in the All-Star race that where he almost won, well, apparently it's gone away in the 600. Of course, a lot of it could be changing conditions. Obviously, you can't just take a car and bring the same car you had and the last time he was there and expect to run good with it because the conditions change a bit, and these cars are susceptible to changing conditions, as are any other type of race car, whether it be in NASCAR, IndyCar, drag racing, whatever. Some cars are very sensitive to changing conditions. And that's not just weather conditions, but also track conditions too. Through turns 3 and 4 they come here, about to complete the 26th lap of this race. Zach Winkle, here's a surprise, up to second place right now in the 97 car. Phil Parker's up there, Shane Lake, Rob Evans. 12 car of Evans, the Daytona 500 champion. There's Kev Shear, the All-Star Race winner in 36, looking to win the 600 this season as they come off turn number 2. And by the way, that All-Star race victory, I think was Kev's second time he ever won that race. He has won a 600 before, and he's also won the Meliello 500 before as well at Charlotte. So, yeah, Kev's actually usually runs pretty good here at Charlotte, usually. But right now, it's up on the high side right now as Matt Haas goes by Johnny Gardner. Here comes 44 of Mike Becker. Seth Cole, William Brock, and here's Kat Batson, 28. Jay Jefferson's in there. Cole Deaver, Sky Commons, Ryan Brommer in 26. He's up to 17th right now. And also the inside, Charles Sanford in 42 is in 18th position right now. The 22 car, Dylan Poteet again. Again, the 22 car Dylan Poteet is not on the lead lap in the 22 car. He's in 40th position at the moment. Kyle Matthews following Henry Samper, number 55. Henry Samper up to the, or not about to knock on the door, the top 20, I think. Let's see where he's at this time by. Henry was clocked in 19th position, so he actually is in the top 20. Getting pushed by Kyle Matthews, number 4 and number 24. Bitchwater back to the inside of this mix right there. There's Paul Minnick, Brandon Parker, Jessica Shelton. Osborne's back there. Quentin Moore, Dylan Young, Joshua Collard, Julius Anderson in 16, Nathan Hudson, and whoa! They got Fitzwater caught in the middle. Oh, this is not gonna end well. 3 wide for off turn number 2. Playing monkey in the middle right there, and Fitzwater's the one playing the monkey right now. And whoa, that was close between he and Shelton. That was really close. Fitzwater goes back in line on the outside of the track there, so stands in danger of losing more positions right now. Keith Batson all way back there in the 88 car. Back in 34th position right now is Keith Batson as he left behind Brandon Parker, number 20, and Nathan Hudson in 31. Hate when the phone call comes when I'm recording the races. Anyway, back to the leaders. Cole Deaver in car number 3. Hope you enjoyed that little in-car ride with Keith Batson there for a few laps. As we are now 36 laps into the books, or 35 laps in the books, and we still have 55 to go here, 45 to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Cole Deaver out in front of us, and they're coming up on lap traffic right now. More lap traffic as Henry Samper goes to second position now. Third is Kyle Matthews. And looking low on the track is number 77. That is Paul Minnick. Up the 4th spot, Jessica Shelton up the 5th as they come to the start-finish line. The cars up ahead, by the way, are Casey Nanico, Jordan Lopez, and Adam Flickinger. Here comes Deaver to the low side, and they're going to get held up by the lap traffic as they come off turn number 4. And whoa, Matthews and Shelton darn near makes contact with each other. Shelton moves Matthews up the track, says, out of my way, Kyle, and she goes to second place now behind Deaver. Osborne up the 3rd position now. In the 4th spot goes car number... Well, 99 car is still in 4th position, but almost at the 3rd spot now as he gets by Matthews. And whoa, Deaver about to touch a Shelton, come up to number 4. And Jess moves Cole to the high side now, and Jessica Shelton goes to the lead now. 6 and 7 cars are both now being put a lap down, and now Adam Flickinger to the low side as he and James Henry hooking up. Flickinger's being put a lap down now, and Henry is about to get shoved up to the high side here in a minute. And meantime, Shelton, is she going to lead that lap over Henry? Well, Shelton does the same thing that Matthews and Deaver tried to do, but this time she successfully blocks Osborne. So no lap traffic ahead for the moment. Now, however, Deaver is caught between lap cars right now of Jordan Lopez and Adam Flickinger. And Cole's got to be one frustrated guy for the moment, and for the time being, as Shelton leads that lap. Osborne in second position, but now here comes Quentin Moore for second place now on Osborne. Dylan Young to the low side, or high side, I should say. Alex Miller looks low for third spot. Sky Commons is up there, and how about Nathan Ormond up there, number 40, as he's up to 7th place. And what the flip happened right here? And then we actually got trouble happening here as we're under caution for the first time today. So caution number 1 flies on the 40th lap here at Charlotte. Or 41st lap, excuse me. And it's Dylan Poteet, Mike Becker. So lap traffic wreaks havoc at Charlotte for the first time today. Take a look as to what happened off turn number 4. Julius Anderson pushes. Yeah, Julius Anderson and Jay Jefferson get into a shoving match. Poteet spins, gets into William Brock, gets into him. There's where and Marcus Sachi plays bulldozer with Poteet as they come to the dog leg. Brandon Parker's into it. There's Becker in the 44 car. Mitchell Collins, is he going to squeak his way through or something like that? No, he's not, I don't think. Well, he got a piece of Poteet's car, but not much damage to that 10 car, so... So that's how the first caution of the day flies there, and I'm sure Julius Anderson and Jay Jefferson's going to have some words down in the garage area. Here it is, real time. And there was the hit that that Mitchell Collins took gave Poteet right there as they So pit stops apparently happened on the So pit stops apparently happened under caution here, while we were under caution here. The cars of William Brock and Dylan Poteet both out of race there. Brock with a header failure and Poteet with a tire failure on the car. Sky Commons right now is the leader of racing car number 9. 99 Joshua Osborne, second position. Third is Zach Winkle. Then fourth is Shane Lake. Fifth right now is Alex Miller. 6th is Nathan Ormond. 7th is Emmanuel Hartnett. 8th is Quentin Moore. 9th, Jessica Shelton. And 10th right now is Ryan Brommer. That's how they run right now in this race here today as they come off turn number 4. The cars of Joshua Collard, Julius Anderson, and Marcus Sachi are all on the tail end of the lead lap and hope to stay that way, hopefully for them. But we are... I don't know if they're going to pit... I don't know if this pit stop glitch is going to happen in a couple laps or not. I'm not sure. They should, if they made pit stops this time by, then they probably shouldn't have to pit anymore. I would imagine. But into the lead now goes Joshua Osborne in car number 99 as he leads the race right now. Second position is still in second position now is going to, I think, Zach Winkle. Nope, it's still Commons. He's still second position right now. Shane Lake at the fourth position as several cars trying to get by all the lap traffic here. But yeah, for a second I thought I don't know what the heck happened that made the field split so suddenly, but it was a crash that happened that caused that yellow flag to fly. In the meantime, Brandon Parker and Jay Jefferson are pretty much trolling everybody else right now with their damaged up vehicles. Shelton escapes all that rigmarole, and now here comes, and now the rest of the field they're gonna have to deal with the damaged up lap traffic themselves. So it's pretty much going to be close. Are they going to make it on fuel, or are they not going to make it on fuel? Now, if they pitted on the 43rd lap of this race, then I think they should make it. But again, you're not so sure as well at the same time. Right now it's Jefferson out in front. Here comes number 11. That is Emmanuel Hartnett. There's Quentin Moore to the low side. Why are they not making a move on Jefferson? Yeah, here they go. They're finally making a move on him now. So all these cars to the inside are going to be free of getting hung behind there. So Quentin Moore, Cole Deaver, Johnny Gardner, Keith Batson, all of those behind I'm sure fuming under their helmets right now. And this has really screwed the field that whole crash did right there. And the lead now goes Shane Lake in number 30, as he led by just inches over number 97. What was the margin that time? By 1,000th of a second that time by between the 30 and 97 cars. Coming by to complete lap number 52 here, as we have now 28 to go at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Coca-Cola 600. Shane Lake out in front. Second position is Zach Winkle. And it's Alex Miller, Joshua Osborne, Nathan Ormond, Ryan Brommer, Sky Cummins, Jessica Shelton, and Cole Deaver, the top 10 for the moment. All these cars behind Shelton are, again, not on the lead lap. And 3 wide for the lead. And Ivan Prom's on turn number 2. Here, Zach Winkle. Here, Alex Miller just put both Zach Winkle and Joshua Osborne into the wall coming off turn number 2. Oh, careful there, guys. And we're still green. Oh, Winkle and Osborne's not going to like that at all. So now it's Alex Miller to the lead, Nathan Ormond now to second position, Brommer to third, Collard again not on the lead lap in 43. He is back in 29th position. Trying to get back on the lead lap here. Nathan Hudson's up there now in 31. So now 7 cars within each other right now, and that whole deal pretty much knocked the rest of the field further back. Because you got a lot of track back to the next cars in line. That's Quentin Moore in there, Matt Haas. Paul Minnick, Johnny Gardner, Cole Deaver, Seth Cole, Phil Parker, Keith Batson, and Jesse Turner. Haas right now running in 18th position, running in his 8th position, at the moment. And to the lead goes Nathan Hudson. Here comes Jessica Shelton to the low side, number 94. Shelton to the low side for the lead. She's going to take it through turns 1 and 2, looks like. And yes, she will. And she'll now try to slide up underneath Joshua Collard in 43 to try to get past him. Before Sky Commons goes to the low side, which he will not, Shelton does the block on him. And here they come through turns 3 and 4 right now. Shelton trying to use Collard as a pick. So the second half of the Coca-Cola 600 has turned into a pretty crazy race right now at the moment. Riding with Keith Batson in car number 88 as he runs right behind Phil Parker, getting turned to get behind Johnny Gardner. Off the fourth turn they come. Alex Miller now takes the lead here with now Nathan Hudson to the low side for second place here as they got Shelton to the high side now. And they're now getting by Zach Winkle in 97 as he's about to hold up some more cars now back there. He now holds up Sky Commons and Shane Lake. So Hudson, Ormond, and Brommer all go by. Shane Lake says, screw this, I'm going to the inside. And they're going to bring a whole swarm of cars right there behind. Look at all this. Lap traffic, as it usually does at Charlotte, wreaking havoc here in this whole event. Keith Batson, meanwhile, he's trying to make his way through the field there with the help of Jesse Turner, Paul Minnick, and Seth Cole. Got by Julius Anderson. Now I'm about to get by Jordan Lopez and Casey Nanico up ahead in a 7. Batson now dives inside. Sky Commons, meanwhile, is now taking the 6th position away. Here comes Batson and Nanico. They're hooking up to the low side of the track here. Batson tries to move low try to get by Nanico, and she does not for the moment. And they are closing up on the 9 car of Sky Commons. And here comes Batson as he finally unleashes the horsepower of that unleashes the power of that Ford to the low side. And guess what? They are gaining on the top 5. And that's because they caught more lap traffic. That's what it was there. They caught Brandon Parker and Jay Jefferson in the 1 car, the 2 damaged up cars, and also caught up Marcus Sachi in the 21 car. Sachi ran up as high as 2nd maybe a few laps ago. Back to leaders is now Jessica Shelton on top in number 94. She would like to add a 600 win to her mantle. The only big race that Shelton's won in her career has been the Southern 500 at Darlington twice. Has never won a Daytona 500, nor a Brickyard 400, and nor a 600, nor an All-Star race. So she would like to change all that here today by winning the 600. If she can hold on, but there's now several hungry lions right there behind her. including Alex Miller, Nathan Hudson, again Collard not on the lead lap. You got Sky Commons, Nathan Orman, both looking for their first ever wins. Then you got Jesse Turner and Paul Minnick, who's not won in forever. Neither has Seth Cole. Matt Haas, who won the season at Rockingham. And where did Charles Sanford come from in that 42 car? He is suddenly up to 10th place right now. And they caught behind the 66 car of Zachary Fitzwater. In the meantime, Sky Commons goes to lead number 9 as he pulled a bold move. And now that 66 car is going to hold everybody up on the outside. Now we got a whole new ball game now as we're coming up on 10 to go. Brommer, Shear, Henry Sanford, Quentin Moore, Cat Batson. I almost hate to ask this. No. They caught up behind Zach Winkle in the 97 car. Shelton got caught up behind him. Now he's going to hold up Sky Commons, Henry Sanford, Cab Shear all behind. Well, I tell you what, these lap timers are not this lap timing cars are not going to be are not playing best friends to anyone. 10 laps to go. That completed lap number 70. I almost hate to ask the question, what's going to happen next? And you seriously do not want to ask that question in this series. And we do have live traffic up ahead in the panel, not only in the form of Joshua Collar, but another Joshua Osborne, who got squeezed up in the wall about 50 or 60 laps into this race. The Charlotte Lap Traffic 600 is now down to 9 laps to go in this race. I seriously hate to call it this, but that's what's ended up being in the second half of this race. It's going to be survival of the fittest in the Coca-Cola 600. That is for darn sure. Paul Minnick leads this race. Here comes Shelton and Turner, as well as Seth Cole, and they're gonna follow through right there. And Turner got caught behind Collard. Matt Haas tries to go by. Here comes Dylan Young, Rob Evans, Cat Batson, and Jessica Shelton goes to the lead now as they come up to number 4. Here comes Seth Culver to the inside. 73 in the books. 7 to go. Who's it gonna be in the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte in season 23 of this mega 80-lap race we're having? One caution flag has slowed this race down here to 172 miles per hour as they come off turn number 4. Matt Haas lead. Here comes Dylan Young to the low side. Car number 2, the Miller Lite Ford. Penske teammates Young and Evans. The 2 and the 12 cars, pair of Fords are there, and you got 2 more Fords. Turner and Cat Batson to the low side. Then you got another Ford in Paul Minnick and another Ford and Jessica Shelton in this mix. Bodes well for Ford unless they're in before one of those 2 Pontiacs is going to steal the win from them. 5 laps to go. Fitzwater up to the high side again as they come off turn number 2. And Fitzwater's caught is now holding up Dylan Young. Oh my good grief. What in the heck is happening here? And now Paul Minnick and Jessica Shelton's races ruined right there because of that lap car, and now here to come to the outside of the track. And now it's Rob Evans to the number 1 spot now with 3 laps to go. But here comes Jesse Turner to the low side. And he's got Cat Batson behind him. And oh no, they're going to catch Zach Winkle again in the 97 car. Cat Batson to the low side. They're coming down for 2 to go this time by. Can Rob Evans get his second victory of the season? Oh, and Batson got caught behind Winkle. Oh, tell me there's no more lap traffic up ahead. Oh my gosh, there it is. Jesse Turner, can he pull it off on Rob Evans here as they're coming to the white flag this time by? All the rest of the field got separated by the lap cars, and now this is the 2 cars that are going to be racing for the win. Rob Evans has the lead. White flag is waving. 1 lap to go in the Coca-Cola 600. Will it be Rob Evans or will it be Jesse Turner? Into turn number 3 they come here. Jesse Turner doesn't look like he's got anything as they come off turn number 4. And he's going to do it. Rob Evans is going to win the Coca-Cola 600 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Jesse Turner comes home second. And several cars had the pit there. Nathan Hudson had the pit in the 31 car. Matt Haas is going to end up 3rd. Seth Cole 4th. Johnny Gardner 5th. Ryan Brommer comes home 6th. What the heck? Phil Parker 7th. Dylan Young 8th. Cat Batson 9th. And 10th will go to Sky Commons. Average speed 173.735. Margin victory 0.73 at the start finish line. That second half of the race was unflippin' believable. We had as many as about 7 or 8 cars that could have possibly ended up winning this race, and lap traffic kept screwed about 6 of them out of a win. And some way screwed Jesse Turner out of a win too because he had no drafting help behind. So Rob Evans not only wins the Daytona 500, but he also wins the Coca-Cola 600 as well at Charlotte here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. The 3rd driver this season to win 2 races this season, behind Chris Stolberton and Jessica Shelton. Shane Lake, Kyle Matthews, Cole Deaver, Paul Minnick, and Nathan Orman will be the top 15. Then Shelton, Batson, Keith Batson that is, Charles Sandberg, Quentin Moore, and Cab Shear the top 20. Emmanuel Harding, Henry Sandberg, and Chris Stolberton will be the last cars on the lead lap. And there's the rest of the finishers in this race. Oh my freaking goodness. So as you look at the finishes of this race here, if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on the channel. We got interesting gaming videos, whatever the president of the NNSCRA goals are for his channel. And be sure to check out our be sure to check out the course and be sure to check out the Duracell Cup Series, the Budweiser All-Pro Series, and the Marvel Studios Cup Series as well. Be sure to check those series out. And some of the best offline series under the NNSCRA are some of the best offline series are under the NNSCRA umbrella. You will not regret checking those races out neither. So, and I guarantee all their series, the Duracell Cup Series, Marvel Studios Cup, and Bubba's Royal Pro, I guarantee they're a whole heck of a lot better than what I have to offer for sure. That's judging by what happened today in this race here. So. Average speed 173.735 in this mega 80-lap Coca-Cola 600. The win goes to Rob Evans as he goes to the second race of the season behind the Daytona 500. And we will head to Dover Downs International Speedway next on the tour for the running of the FedEx 400. If you like, and for now, this is James Carlson, production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Dover.
have any ignition problems?